tour of my flower garden to be. I'm gonna give you details about what I've done, why I've done it, and I'm gonna start here on the left side of the house because it's the first thing you're gonna see coming down the street. My plans here, I just got this marked. You know where the cable is. There's another arrow for the gas. But right up in here is going to be a hydrangea, a limelight hydrangea. It might be here or behind those meters. It gets really big and it's going to be a showstopper coming down the street. This right here is a crepe myrtle. It's a shrub version. It's about 7-8 feet tall, about 5 feet wide. It's called Sunset Magic. I'm actually going to line behind the hydrangea. I'm going to have about 4 of those bordering the property. And you see the sand here. The sand is here because water sits right there. And once I put that sidewalk in, the water didn't have enough area to expand. So the sand is helping it dissipate faster. And I'm going to resod that area once the sod gets mature. This area over here gets morning sun and afternoon shade. So by 12 o'clock, the sun is gone. So right now I have some hostas here. I'm gonna mix in probably some bigger hostas and another colored shade perennial. I need some. I would like something with some height, but we'll see what I can find. Going around. I made this area a bed here. I'm gonna put another hydrangea here because it gets big. It'll fill that up. These stones are just laying on the ground, but eventually I'll probably get these professionally placed to kind of anchor the bed. I do have one elephant ear right here, so that'll get, you know, kind of big and leafy. Part of my vision for the back is a little more tropical feel around the patio area. But we'll see how that develops. I have some banana trees here, right? I planted that one in like October, just planted this one about 2 weeks ago, so early May. And just to show the sunset magic. So I've seen these blooming. They are absolutely stunning. So they're gonna look good when you're coming down the street, especially with the contrast of color with the hydrangea being in front. Along this wall here, I have some, I think we call this lily rope. It's just ornamental grass. I have a couple that are not doing well. I don't know if there's too much water, but that one there and that one here, they're not doing well. Also have some small knockout roses, some petite knockout roses. These were just on clearance, so I didn't know what I was going to put right here, so I just put those in since they were cheap. Have some Dusty Miller here. This Dusty Miller will kind of help fill in that area. I'm going to remove these I forgot to call them, dragon something, but I'm going to remove those. They're kind of finicky. They do well in some areas they don't, but I'm going to pull them out and allow this other stuff to mature and kind of see where I go from there. I have these banana trees right here because when you enter our home, you have the double doors right there. They align with the front door. So these gonna get 12 to 15 feet tall by the end of the summer. So you'll have a nice little tropical feel back here. Plus when you look through the front, you'll see these back here. Also have another banana plant there, elephant ear there. And I also just put some banana plants right here in this area, but I'm not sure how they're gonna do because The area gets a lot of morning shade, so might have to move it. As you can clearly see, the property line is filled with emerald green arborvitae. I have 52 trees bordering the property. So the next step here is to really kind of line up this bed, but it's going to be a lot of effort, and right now I just have other priorities. Same thing over here. So eventually in a few years these will mature and be full and look very healthy. Also, in these corners, I'm going to anchor these corners with limelight hydrangeas too. So the limelight hydrangeas, I chose those because they do well in the sun in this zone, and they'll get about, I think, 8 feet tall and wide. Pretty creamy blooms. I'm gonna have some more limelight hydrangeas here. This little dead spot, I think I'm gonna curve the bed out here, circle it around, and plant some more stuff in this area. I have one limelight hydrangea right here. It really got beat up. Oh, I think the deer might have been eating it. It did not look like this yesterday. So I think the deer have been eating my hydrangea. I don't know. So, didn't know that. It looks pretty bad. Have another one over here. So this one, you know, when you transplant them, they don't do as well initially, but you see a lot of new growth here. So I gotta do something about these deer. This is another hydrangea that I took off somebody else's plant. It's alive, but I think it grows on old wood, and it's just not, it's not really thriving here. It got some new growth, but hasn't done anything. And this is a view from the back. My property line kind of curves a little bit, so, but I'm right on the property line. All right, let's go over here to the side. All right, so now in this corner, again, the banana trees that I transplanted. My original plan was to put elephant ears here, which, since these were, I just kind of took them out somebody's yard, I put them there. But I have a lilac rope here for something to be green all year. But I think I might go with some grasses here too. I want this to stay green all year. I have some dwarf crepe myrtles right here. Crepe myrtle is one of my favorite trees, but I got these. I get like 3 to 5 feet high at full maturity, so it'll look nice in the summer. Have some leftover Dusty Miller I just put in the ground to try to keep alive until I put them where I want them to go. And, these right here aren't doing the best. Elephant ear that I took as like a pup from a mother plant and planted like September last year, so it's thriving. This banana plant got a bunch of new leaves, got 3 new leaves here with a new one coming. I'm gonna cut that one off. This is a bottle brush tree. It was in the front near the third car garage, and it got beat up over the winter. So I don't know if it was diseased in the wrong spot, but it was looking as if it was dead, and it's still alive. I trimmed everything off, so I just put that right there to see if it'll live. Not a permanent spot, but didn't have any plants or anything in this area. Now this area, I have my dwarf crepe myrtles. I have 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's wormwood. Wormwood is it's a plant, but it's kind of shrub-like, so you got to trim it back. It can get wild. So they're kind of at the height that I want. They give off a nice light green, whitish color. So I figured it'll blend good with the red buds from these dwarf crepe myrtles as they mature. I also have to really line this bed. So my plan is have a straight line going through here, probably to the end of the house, and then probably do like a circle. So again, straight line coming through here, and at this point maybe do a circle or come down a little further and do something a little more dramatic with this bed. Around this utility box I found some grass that gets about 4 or 5 feet, kind of cover it up. In this spot right here, I'm going to put another hydrangea right here. Another sunset magic crepe myrtle that will get moved to the other side. So to the right of this post gonna be a lot more stuff. So I have golden mop cypress. Got 1, 2, 3 here. I planted those last year. They're doing well now. I love the golden color of them. Have 2 different line of dwarf crepe myrtles here. So the plan is for those to get bigger. And you have the blooms and flowers for those. And in the wintertime, you'll still be able to see the dwarf, you'll see the golden mop cypress. Now, I planted these because I want something back there. So eventually, as these mature, they'll get moved around. But that's the plan right now. These lemon lime nandinas. I have these across the front. They get about 3 feet high at maturity, but I like the lime. I like the golden lime in this bed or around this house because of this brick. I really like this flower, but I like the dragon breath, which is kind of red foliage and red. I tried this gold, but it's not kind of pulling off the way I want it to. Same thing with these flowers. I mean, they're okay, but I'm only doing perennials from now on. I love these. I forgot what you call these, but they have these beautiful red blooms. They're perennials. So the long-term plan is I'll probably get more of these, kind of plant these out over the front, and have Dusty Millers kind of in between the nandinas, or maybe just a little bit behind, because they can get kind of bushy. But that'll give off like have contrast from the lemon lime and green. And same thing with flow over here. See, there's one that's blooming now. Very bright. So I just gotta kind of fill this up. Got just some loose Dusty Miller here that I'll transplant and put in between. And I do have a that's her. forgot what you call that. It's like a herb. Can't think of it right now. But yeah, that's the garden. I still have to trim out this bed to make it more pronounced. I moved all that pine straw. Got my mulch there. Got everything's lined up. Nice, neat, crisp. So eventually, everything will come together.